Today, we need to address a really sensitive topic, the tragic death of Olivia Wood.
Yes, and our aim today was to try and understand, what we could learn about her final hours, the circumstances, based on the reports we have.
It's crucial we approach this with care, really focusing only on what the material allows.
Absolutely. Sticking to the facts we actually possess.
Right. Usually for these deep dives, we'd have, a range of sources, articles, maybe some official notes, that kind of thing. Enough to piece together a picture.
Material that lets you really dig in.
Exactly. But in this specific case, we're looking at just one document. And frankly, it offers basically no useful information about Olivia Wood's case. Not the one described to us, anyway.
That's right. The document, well, it exists, but it sadly contains no meaningful details at all. No real facts, no analysis, nothing that sheds light on the specifics of this tragedy.
Okay, so let's be upfront about this. This obviously creates a pretty big problem for the deep dive we had planned.
A major hurdle, yeah.
We wanted to explore Olivia Wood's final hours, based on that initial description we had suggesting, a harmful relationship, a tragic outcome.
A specific narrative was implied.
But with just nothing usable in our source material. We simply can't get into those specifics today. It wouldn't be right.
Precisely. Our whole process relies on looking at reliable information, synthesizing it. Without that foundation, talking about the specifics of Olivia Wood's case would be just guesswork.
Pure speculation.
Yeah.
And totally inappropriate given the sensitivity.
Exactly.
So here's the interesting part, maybe, the lack of information. That kind of becomes the focus itself now.
Right.
Can't explore the tragic details we thought we might, but this whole situation really highlights something critical.
Which is?
The absolute need for dependable, reliable sources when you're trying to understand complex, often very upsetting events.
Indeed. When you're dealing with something as serious as a young woman's death, especially when the background hints at things like domestic violence, well, having accurate, trustworthy information is just paramount. Otherwise, you risk spreading misinformation, maybe causing more pain, and you certainly don't grasp the real issues properly.
So what does this mean for our discussion right now? It means we have to shift our focus, really.
Okay.
Instead of trying to dissect Olivia Wood's final hours, which, again, our source gives us zero basis for, we need to talk about why having verifiable information is so vital to begin with. The silence in this document, it's telling, isn't it?
That's a really important point. The absence of information here, it says a lot about the difficulties, the challenge of understanding these events when good reporting is missing or just incomplete. It really underscores the need for thorough investigation, for transparent communication if we want any real understanding.
Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's just reiterate the significant limitations we hit today.
Yeah, absolutely.
We intended to explore the specifics of Olivia Wood's case, but the complete lack of any substantive info in our source made that impossible.
And this situation just really hammers home the essential role of credible information. You need it for any meaningful discussion, especially on sensitive topics. Things like potential domestic violence, criminal investigations, the kind of things suggested in the initial description we had.
That initial description, it painted a picture, didn't it? A young woman wanting a fresh start, escaping a difficult situation, ending tragically.
It did.
And even though we couldn't get into the specifics we'd hoped for, it does make you think, more broadly perhaps.
About what?
Just about how complex relationships can be. How sometimes what you see on the surface, well, it can hide realities that are incredibly difficult, even painful, things hidden from view.
That's a profound thought, and it raises a vital question for you, listening. How do you navigate these situations where information is thin, maybe unreliable, definitely emotionally charged?
Especially with tough subjects like this.
Right. It really reinforces the need for critical thinking, doesn't it? Thinking hard about the information you see, where it comes from, and always trying to rely on trustworthy sources that actually prioritize accuracy and report responsibly.
Today we're looking closely at a really troubling situation involving Olivia and Kieran Goodwin. We've got court papers, text messages obtained by the BBC.
Right.
And we're trying to unpack what these sources tell us about their relationship.
And what jumps out almost immediately is, well, a disturbing dynamic. Looks like control and definitely financial exploitation.
Yeah, the records show Olivia sent Goodwin, nearly $8,000?
Around $7,900, yeah. Over a pretty short period, too.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the reason suggested is, well, it's grim.
The sources point strongly towards it funding Goodwin's cocaine use, a large chunk of it anyway.
And the texts seem to back that up.
Oh, absolutely. They detail frequent purchases, sometimes daily buys.
Daily? Wow.
Yeah. And there are mentions of him sending Olivia to actually pick up the drugs for him.
So it paints this picture of, like, significant substance abuse right at the heart of things.
Exactly. And it connects to other difficult parts.
Like the control aspect you mentioned.
Precisely. Beyond the money, the court papers and texts, they allege he pressured Olivia.
Pressured her how?
To use drugs herself, perform sexual acts on video,
Oh, wow.
and even apparently coerced her into sleeping with another man.
That sounds like classic coercive control.
It really does fit the pattern. You know, using intimidation, maybe isolation, exploitation. It all seems to be there.
And the financial dependency fueled by the alleged drug use probably played a big role in that control, didn't it?
It often does. It creates this leverage, this imbalance of power. It's quite stark here.
The sources also give us a bit of insight into Olivia's situation near the end. There's something about her calling her job.
Right. She called work, said she needed time off, cited Goodwin's mental state. Apparently he was getting worse, mentioned he was having suicidal thoughts.
Gosh, so she was clearly under immense stress trying to manage that.
Definitely sounds like it. That call, it feels like a sign maybe that she saw how serious things were getting.
And then things shifted, didn't they? She decided to leave.